complex systems require people with different backgrounds to collide and to discuss in a very critical way, and to consider that if we want to understand how biological systems work and how the universe itself, which is a cybernetic system, works, we need to go beyond our standard schemes.
Science has become extremely complex and extremely difficult. The amount of information that you need to absorb as a professional is enormous, actually, and you don't have physical time to know everything. So meetings like this are extremely important because basically you can focus on most important things. And part of our scientific training is not just being trained in technical details, but it's actually being trained in communicating what you know.
It has been 2 very intense days. I'm really happy. I saw also people very convinced. They started interacting with each other, which means bringing together. This aspect is the most important one, to bring together and connect.
In science, connecting minds is a very, very important topic. It means we have conferences, we have meetings, we come together because none of us is able to understand everything, and therefore we need to get together and we need to understand and learn from each other, and this is basically the concept of connecting minds. Now, being here in such a place which is remote and which is very beautiful and peaceful is very important, because here you can focus. Here you are not distracted, you don't have any happenings around you, you don't have any streets and cars and whatever, so you can really discuss.
I work with interdisciplinary science, multidisciplinary and more so interdisciplinary science, and it's impossible for me to understand in depth and detail all the facets of the disciplines that come together to create a concept. So what I do is I keep an openness, a complete non-interference, and I go to some person who has in-depth knowledge about something and I ask the question. And the same thing I try to do it with myself, is that when I'm speaking not from a conditioning, but with an openness that a feedback can come from the listener that is completely new to me, that changes my perceptions of what I think I'm an expert of. So this is very important to me, that I engage with people from different disciplines altogether, and we discuss, and over the table a new idea forms just because the other person is listening. I have seen this, that because the other person is listening objectively, I am coming up with new solutions, with new ideas at that very spot, at that very moment. And this is the fun, this is the really, the mystery of life.
Science is about humans, humans discussing knowledge and developing knowledge for humans, and it is very important that a meeting like that exists, because you can exchange thousands of emails and still not come to the conclusion. But here, when you see people actually talk passionately about their subjects, although I have to admit I am not far from being expert in everything that has been said, you pick certain fragments and you pick certain ideas that you actually, your first thought is, I should follow up on that.
We are like leaves here, the leaves arranged into branches and the branches going into the same trunk. Humanity is looking like a tree.